Big breath. Hello and welcome to the Hellen Humphreys Morning Glory Show. Well, it could be Hellen Humphreys has got talent because my word do I have talent. Now, come and have a seat with me on the lounge. Would you like to have a seat with me on the lounge? Producer, cut the music! Cut the music, it's going on too long. I've got lots of things to say to the audience. They can't hear me over the bloody fucking music. Excuse me for swearing. Now, what have we got to do? We've got to talk about some things today. Now, we've found out that apparently sea cows. Do we all know what a sea cow is? A dugong. A dugong. So a dugong farts. Did you know that? A dugong farts, and its purpose is that once it farts, it slowly drops down to the bottom of the seabed where it can find its food. So, get that. Get that. Dugongs fart, and it's for a purpose. Imagine if we farted and we dropped a little bit closer to the earth. Wouldn't that be funny? Alright, now we've got Daphne here today. She's got some things to sell us. All you have to do is call 1-800-I-AM-BEAUTIFUL, as always, and that will get you onto Daphne's hotline. Isn't that right, Daphne? Daphne, do you change your 1-800 number each week? She does. She changes a number, 1-800 number each week, so you've got to tune in to find out what it is. Now we've got Bob back. Bob, what's going on for you this week? How's that Jack Russell of yours? Chewed off any more limbs of yourself? No more chewing off limbs for the Jack Russell. But what? What happened? You got bitten by a caterpillar. Got bitten by a caterpillar and you've got hives, do you? Bob, God, you're in the bloody wars, aren't you? And we've got, guess what? By popular demand, we've got Simon Garry back. We've got Simon Garry back for, what are you doing today, Simon Garry? A bit of an acoustic set. He's doing an acoustic set. Things went very well for Simon Garry last week. We've got so much good feedback from you, Simon, so we've got you back this week. Isn't that lovely to have you back? What? He's happy to be here. He's very happy to be here. All right, well, let's go. Who have we got? Daphne? Daphne, are you ready? Sometimes she takes a moment. She's always crying, you know. Anyway, Daphne, come on, you're just going to have to suck it up because you've got shit to sell. Let's go. Producer, music, hit the music, and by the time the music stops, Daphne, I want your tears to be gone. Tears to be gone, please. I know time to wait. My bit of the show today. Yes, Helen, I know. I said I'd stop crying. I'm a bit upset because my cat ate too much of its own hair last night. Anyway, today Helen will be selling these beautiful cookies. They are Shelby's cookies and they're raspberry and white chocolate. And if you only eat 5 of these a day, you will lose 20 kilos by the end of the month. So if that interests you, if you're interested in losing any type of weight around your middles, your thighs, sometimes your neck, some people have very large necks and have trouble sleeping at night. So if we can wrap that up in a beautiful bundle for you, and we do sell them in packs of 5 or 10. If that's too many, don't worry, you can always give them as gifts. They make a great gift. And Helen, would you get this? They come in raspberry and white chocolate, or they come in chocolate chip and hazelnut. So for those that feeling they don't like the fruitiness, you can go for the nut option. And for those that are feeling a little bit more fruity, you can have the raspberry. And that's Shelby's Healthy Hedonism. And you can just call on 1-800 I am very beautiful always, and you will receive a free gift with purchase, and that will be a soul cleansing juice. Thank you for that, Helen. Back to you, Helen. Daphne, that's very lovely. I hope you've bought a box for yourself, because God knows you could lose a few. Now, Bob, what do you think of that? Do you think you should take some home for Margaret? I think so. Simon? Garry? Not listening. Too busy on Instagram, probably. Have you heard about Instagram? It's taking over the nation. I know we're a little bit late to the party, some of us, but you know, it just takes up all the kids' time, doesn't it? Never get anything done. I ask my kids to hang out the washing. Do they do it? No, they don't. They say, I'll do it in a minute. Does that minute ever come? No, it doesn't. Anyway. Now, Simon, Garry, are you ready? Are you getting pretty ready to... He's getting ready now. Now, what are you going to be singing about today, Simon, Garry? A surprise. What kind of surprise, Garry? Because you know we're not allowed to swear much on here. I think I've already hit the quota for today's swearing. All right, he's not going to swear, apparently. Let's hope for that one. All right, Simon, well, off we go. Let's show us what you got. Show us what you got. All the ladies are waiting. All the ladies are waiting for your hot stuff, your hot music stuff that you've got going on. To be back. I love performing for old ladies. They really, I've found a new market actually. So today I'm going to do, last time I did a DJ set, but this time I'm going to do an acoustic. So I'm just going to pick up the guitar here and show you what I got. Things made cheaply around here, and they don't always bloody work, but we'll give it a go. Helen, thanks for recce this morning. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise I wasn't supposed to say anything. Helen's a good boss. Yeah, I like working with Helen. So this song I wrote the other day when my Centrelink money came in. It doesn't have a title yet, I'm working on that one. My Centrelink money came in and I feel it. I got some expensive soap so I can rub it on my body. Rub it on my body. And I get to share it sometimes with my housemates. I got housemates that So yeah, that's something pretty honest and real for me, Helen. I don't know how the rest of Australia feel about that, but yeah, I feel like it's really true to my heart when people, you know, just go right ahead and they get into Vegemite. When you bought the whole jar and it's gone, when you try and use it, that's a real issue for me, Helen. I'm sorry if that struck any chords, and I know a lot of you are probably crying. I made my mum cry with that song. And Helen, I saw Helen crying earlier when we went through rehearsals. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for having me again, Helen. Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here. Cut the music, please. Producer, cut the music. It's going on too long. People don't have all day to listen to that kind of music. Well, Simon Garry, that's a very touching song. And yes, I did shed a few tears over that one, because we do all know what it's like when someone gets into your Vegemite. It's very inappropriate. That's why I got out of share housing as soon as I could, because I couldn't have that anymore. I had to get out. It's un-Australian, isn't it? Yes. Well, thank you very much for touching us with those beautiful words, Simon Garry. It's lovely to have you here. And we might look at having you on again next week, because you seem to be such a hot hit with the audience. Isn't that right? Excuse me. Now... sorry, I've got a lump in my throat still. Simon Garry. I know I keep calling you by your last and your first name, but you know what? That serves you right for having two first names, doesn't it? Beautiful. Well, Bob, how's those caterpillar hives going for you over there? Are you ready? Would you like to share this week's weather? Excuse me. Yep, he's ready. He's ready, everyone. So let's move on to the weather and let's see what we've got in forecast for the week. Thank you, Helen. Thank you. It's been a pleasure being here again. And yes, I do have hives. They came up once I touched a caterpillar. It actually bit me when I was in the garden. Anyway, so Helen, what we've got here is some many weathers happening here, but still no entry still to Victoria, as we can all imagine why. I don't need to explain that, do I? Now we're getting some heavy rainfall, actually snowfall. Getting some heavy snowfall down in the north, in New South Wales here, and moving across to South Australia. Now we've never had a tornado in South Australia before, in the town of Campbellton, but we are receiving one this Friday, so be careful of the tornado. It's going to whip right through there. And Queensland, we've got some flooding happening in the Gulf of the Carpentaria up here, and that is due to marlins getting out of control. The marlins are getting so big that it's actually swelling the seas around our world, and we are at risk of flooding due to marlin overgrowth. Now, with the stimulus package hitting the Northern Territory, we shall be receiving an influx of rain. Why? Because everyone has a bit more money to spend, and we've been like opening up into some sunshine and solar power, people getting solar power, and the people that are installing solar power, that generates rain. Not a lot of people realise that solar power can actually reduce the amount of rain that we get, which is a little bit contradictory, but you know, it is what it is. Moving on to WA, we've got some severe cases of sunburn happening in the middle of winter, which is a very strange thing to happen this time of year. Would not normally expect such severe sunburn, but we are receiving some at the top end of WA this week because the sun seems to be closer to the earth at the moment, and especially Australia, which is very good for Victoria because sunshine eliminates coronavirus. Now, southeast Queensland, we will be getting some good swell through there for all you keen surfers at home, and that is about that. And anyone who has put money into spending money in plants from Bunnings and any kind of food installations at home, we will be receiving some much needed rainfall to keep them healthy and alive. Now that's it for me, Helen. Thank you very much for having me. It's always a pleasure, and I'll see you next week. And thank you for your concern about the caterpillar hives. Great. Lovely news. Yes, it is. Did you guys know that the sales at Bunnings have actually gone through the roof since the COVID period has hit? And yes, quite a lot of us are spending plenty of money on trying to grow our own food. Is it working for anybody? That is the poll that we'll put out. How are those home gardens going now that everyone's back at work in Queensland and New South Wales and everywhere else except for Victoria? Now, Bob, what kind of caterpillar did bite you? A hairy one. Alright, well there you have it, folks. Be careful of those hairy caterpillars. You might break out in hives. Bob is highly sensitive though, so don't be afraid of getting in your garden. Now, thank you all for coming for another daytime, morning show, night show, whatever time it is in the world, show. It's lovely to have you here, and it's fabulous being you, and it's fabulous being me. I'm Hellen Humphreys, and thank you very much for another fabulous show here today. Thank you very much. Hellen has got talent. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Don't forget my name. Thank you very much. Cut the music. We don't have all day. What the hell are you doing here? Get out of here.